Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So today we are going to be heading into the Lanayru Twilight that we're at the start of already. And we are going to see where we end up, because I don't think we actually do the Tears of Light for a little bit. I think we have to do a few things before then. So it looks like we're going to be sniffing something at the start of this section. I guess we also did this in Elden. Can you at least promise me this? Just come home safely. Alright. We have the smell of Ilya. I can tell by the look on your face. Good, it's another clue then. How can you see my face? This should be fine. We'll just follow the smell and see where we end up. So, just like last time, all we really gotta do is follow along, it seems. And I know that we are gonna head towards, this northern portion of Hyrule Field. So we've revealed a lot of Hyrule Field now. Kind of takes a while to see the bulk of it, but not too much is left of it at this point. Actually, I guess there's still a lot. Haven't we seen this castle before? So we finally made it back here. Well, only a little farther, so hang in there. Or so I'd like to say, but the going's a lot harder from here on out. Then let's get started. So yeah, we haven't really been to a section that actually has an entrance towards Hyrule Castle or Castle Town. However, we are actually getting close to one, and we are going to be going to Hyrule Castle Town today, I do believe. This is a good chance to get a good look at it. It's quite big. They did a pretty good job making sure Hyrule Castle is right in the middle, towering above pretty much everything here in Hyrule Field. Ow. Wow, that did a whole heart of damage. Holy crap, man. I think it did. I'm pretty sure I had 7 hearts before that hit me. Dang. Alright. Yeah. Keep on following the scent. We'll be obviously back here in our human form later on to get some goodies. There's going to be some more bugs here, which if we collected the bugs here, that would put us at half of the golden bugs, which I'm going to say I'm still really surprised that I think that's pretty much all the ones you can collect up to this point in the game anyways. I really thought I'd be missing more stuff, but I mean, nothing's really been too far out of the way. I guess the cave over in Kakariko Gorge is probably the most far out of the way thing we've done. Pretty sure it's this way, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can walk in over here, and welcome to Twilight Princess's version of Hyrule Castle Town. This is definitely the largest castle town in the series up to this point, even though there's only been 3, right? Yeah, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Minish Cap, right? Yeah, that sounds right. But as you can see, it's not really bustling. At least they say the Zora child collapsed near the river. Thought Zora typically found up north. It's taken to the bar on the southern road. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're all spirits, which you would kind of expect since all the other people we've seen within the Twilight were these spirits and whatnot. So we'll just keep following the scent, which goes this way. Not what I was expecting, honestly. I was expecting it to go a different way. Oh, it goes in here first. Okay, so it goes into the medical clinic, and then it comes back out. Okay, so Ilya went to the medical clinic, and then she came down this way to where I thought it was gonna go, which is the bar that those people were actually talking about that the Zora kid was taken to. Because down here on the southern road of Castletown, if you hang your second left, then you will end up at Tom's Bar. And this is a location we're going to be coming back to pretty frequently throughout the game. Like, very frequently, actually. And here she is. Ilya. This boy, can you save him? Alright, little lady, try to settle down, okay? I just now sent for the doctor, but this is strange, a child of the Zoras. I wonder if this is at all related to the incident the soldiers were talking about in back. A girl and her wolf. Yeah. Guess we can be her dog. See him suffering like this, he'll be alright. Sure has been a rash of trouble, so let's listen to the soldiers, I guess. A ton of complaints from citizens who can't send prayers to the spring spirit of Lake Hylia. Go there. The location is the one I showed you on the map earlier. Got it? Okay. So we'll take a look at the map. And Lake Hylia is the big thing on the left here. Received orders from above to investigate why we can't go to that spirit spring in Lake Hylia. Got that? Alright. Let's go check it out. I believe Minna will also say that we should. Because obviously we need to go to any spirit that might be in Lake Hylia, as well, that's kind of where we're gonna get the vessel to fill with the Tears of Light and actually return light to this area. So yeah, the Lanayru Providence, I guess Twilight at least, covers a very, very large section of the map. And you know, that's gonna unlock a whole lot more for us to do as a human, especially because we'll be able to come to Castletown when in our human form, and of course a place this big is gonna have some side quests and mini games and heart pieces for us to collect. But for now, we'll make our way over towards Lake Hylia, which I think you go this way to get to. I don't think you can go from down there. I hope it's this way at least. Can we see it on our map? Yeah, okay, so we just gotta follow this pathway. Cool. That's not too far. Yeah, ideally I'm hoping to get up to the Tears of Light today. That way we can spend all of next time just doing the Tears of Light, but the Twilight section of Lanayru is quite lengthy in comparison to the previous two Twilight sections. And that's even if you include going through Hyrule Castle for the Faron region too. The Great Bridge of Hylia. I guess this is the first game to really have a Bridge of Hylia over the lake. Doesn't help this is the first Lake Hylia since... I guess there was one in Minish Cap too, but first console entry to have one since Ocarina of Time as well. You'll kind of notice that a lot with this game is, like I said, this game has a lot of similarities to Ocarina of Time. And you might also notice that there's something on the bridge here. Do you smell anything funny? Yeah, they put some gasoline on the bridge for us. But it's fine. We're trapped. Get out of here. Wow, what a convenient box to be having right here. Can I let go of the box, please? Get on. And Geronimo! The other thing you'll notice is that Lake Hylia itself is actually fairly devoid of water. Yeah, it's kind of strange. You'd expect there to be more water in a lake, but don't worry, we landed in some. The very little that is in here right now. We're lucky there was a puddle down below. I wouldn't say this is a puddle, more like a small pond, but you know, whatever floats your boat, Minda. Got some Zoras right here. I like their helmets. Drop in water has been faster than predicted. At this rate, Lake Hylia will dry up. It's a race against time. Well, let's try to get up to the Spirit Spring, I guess, since that's kind of our goal here. I don't remember how you get up there though. Maybe I should talk to the Zoras some more. Actually, let's talk to the guy over here. What's he doing? I'm too old for this. Fire and Fall Beats Watertop Land of Fantastic Nation. It's our grand reopening at the lake bottom. Nice lake. Don't lakes have more, I don't know, water? Did the Zoras who live upriver do something, or is it a curse from that spirit that floats up around up there? Whatever, it's not like I can go up and complain. That's way too high. Was that a customer? Yikes, it's a monster. Ah, I think that's actually what we need. Can't see anything. This, I'm pretty sure, is it. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this is it. All right. The bird rider. Do we fight him? Yeah, we do fight him. Okay. Couldn't remember if we do. Excuse you. Would you come down here? Come on. Swoop in. There we go. That's what I wanted. Guess we gotta dodge his attacks for a little bit. I'd prefer him to keep doing the swoops in though, instead of the arrows, so that we can actually attack. Okay, there we go. Because once he gets knocked off, we can take him out. Come on. Stand up and fight. Stand and fight. At this point, yeah, we're gonna use the bird. I thought we just summoned the bird. I honestly didn't remember fighting the guy. But you're gonna want to get used to flying with this bird. We're gonna have to do this a couple of times. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that for now. But it's actually pretty cool. I don't remember how we control it. Is it just A to dash? Yeah. So we need to fly all the way up Zora River here and to Zora's domain. Whoa. I'm not doing a very good job of controlling this. Also, if you fall, I'm pretty sure you have to restart. Yeah, so good thing I wasn't too far in. And I'm gonna try to control this thing better this time. Okay, so vertical axes are inverted. Horizontal ones aren't, which you would expect the horizontal ones to not be inverted, but you never know sometimes. Yeah, even this part's all dried up. It would usually have more water flowing through it, and obviously it is our goal to fix it. Find out the source of the problem. I'm gonna fly over this way. Avoid that. Pretty sure you could go under a lot of that stuff, but I'm not going to. It's a pretty long trek over here, though. Like I said, you gotta get real comfortable going through this canyon, because you gotta do it several times. Or you don't have to do it several times, you have to do it a few times. But if you want to do a few mini games, there's some involving this later on that we can do. Whoa, I thought I turned a little too sharp there for a second. The music here is really good too. I like this song. Whee! So many, I almost said Bulblins, but the shadow Bulblins. Just trying to shoot you down, but here we are. Here's the end. Not too shabby. And is this where, yep, there's the Howling Stone. I think we can do this right now. Not entirely sure. No, we can't, because we gotta have water. We gotta return the water flow before we can get to it. Alright, so I'll probably be doing the Howling Stone next time. Where's the village of Zoras? It's getting very cold. The air is getting colder around you. I mean, what are those Zoras up to anyway? The rivers run totally dry, right? I can't work like this. Ugh. Cold. Miss my fur coat. Excuse me? Okay, so... Is there a spot that we dig through here? No. Can we go under this? Also no. I guess we can jump down here? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Alright. Because if you go this way, I think this also ends up at Zora's domain on this ice. I'm hoping it does. Oh, wait. Can't really see it on the mini-map on the gamepad. I was really hoping I'd be able to. Yep, here we are. Welcome to Zora's domain. Oh, hey, what's going on here? Yeah, the air has been getting colder, because everything's frozen over, which the Zoras probably aren't very happy about, so let's see if we can fix their problem. Hopefully we can, which, I mean, we will. That is kind of the reason we're here, is it not? Do I have a heart? No? Alright. Whatever. Let's do some parkour. I've never liked going up Zora's domain here, because I feel like, you know, I've kind of mentioned a couple times how I feel like Link is really big in this game for some reason, or like lumbering. And Zora's domain here has some very tight platforms where things can end up like that. So sometimes you have to like wait between jumps, or you just have to like wait on something to happen. But there we go. And when I'm just like walking on those narrow ledges, I always feel like I'm about to fall off. But this is where we need to get to anyway, so it's fine. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, hello. All right, let's kill this one first then, and then we'll take care of these two. Then there's no problems, right? And we now have a convenient warp portal back here, which is very, very nice, and maybe we'll need it. Portal's open here too. We can finally warp. If you want to breathe the air of the world of light for a moment, let me know. I'll take you there. I would like this stuff. If we do sense, it's a lot of Zoras that are frozen under there. Aren't they spirits? Those are the Zoras. This is really strange. What in the world happened? Hey, what do you want to do? We can't just leave them like this. I think all we need to do is thaw them out. Does this no good to just stand here thinking, let's leave and come back later? The portal should work for us. We need to find a way to melt the ice and then come back here. So, we need something that can melt the ice. Preferably something very hot. Where did we find something very hot? I am on the wrong menu to do so. Because you actually have to talk to Midna to warp. I always forget about that. Maybe over at Death Mountain. That's probably a good idea. It's probably the hottest place we've been to. But no, I'm just kidding. You remember that giant rock that fell out of the sky when we came here? Right before the Goron mines? Yep, that'll do the trick. Still pretty hot. Let's bring it back with us then. Yeah, it's funny. Anytime you have to do this kind of thing where you bring an object like this across the map to place it somewhere else, you never have to walk very far from the warp point for it, which is kind of nice, I guess. I'm not complaining about it. It just seems like that's what they do. And now we can go all the way back to Zora's Domain and say hello to our new fishy friends. This will also solve the issue of it being dried out, since the water is going to be flowing from the source all the way through the river and into Lake Hylia, although it certainly refills pretty quick. Considering how much water just exploded out there, I guess it's not that surprising. Gosh, this looks very bright. What do we got? Who knew that something so dangerous would come in handy? Alright, Zoras are safe now, so let's go. We can finally meet the spirit of Lake Hylia. Do I not, do this yet? Is this later? Okay. About those in the waterfall pool. They're fine. See, they're all alive, I think. Maybe it happens as I'm leaving. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello! Please, you must allow me to thank you for revitalizing both my people and this spring, which is the water source for all the lands of Hyrule. In life, I was the elder of this Zora village and the queen of my people. I was called Rutella. That's your name! I forgot who this was. Probably a descendant of Rudo. Not to be rude, but we didn't exactly do it for you guys. Dark Ones, they raided this village and, as a message to my people, executed me before them. Young man, you who take the form of a proud beast, I have something to ask of you. When the Dark Ones descended upon our village, I sent my young one, Rallis, to Hyrule Castle to inform Princess Zelda of our fate. But I fear danger followed him from this doomed place. I feel it. His presence grows fainter to me over time. But my time in this world has passed, and though I would give it gladly, I no longer have a life to risk in his rescue. Please, would you save my dearest Prince Rallis? If you do this thing, I will bestow upon you the protection of water. This power will grant you the ability to swim and respire in very deep water, as if you were a Zora. Please, save my son. So yeah, that'll be our water breathing powers to swim under the water, which is pretty awesome. I actually really like the underwater stuff in this game, and it's stuff I wish would come back, which it did in Skyward Sword, but I kind of hated it in that game because of how you controlled it, but it's better in the HD version, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and follow the river back to Lake Hylia, since it'll really just be able to push us all the way over there now. Yeah, don't really care, Midna. That's not main story dialogue. Whee! Not really much else that we can do here in Zora's Domain for the time being, I don't think. There's definitely nothing important to do here, so we might as well just head on back towards Lake Hylia. Oh wow, it spits you over here automatically. I thought, we'd go to the middle section where that Howling Stone was, but I guess not. Alright. I also never noticed that hookshot target above the cave here. Aren't you awake yet? No. Got washed all the way down to Lake Hylia, blah blah blah. Let's get to the spirit. Now that's the spirit. Ha, get it? Because we're at the spirit cave. But I think I'm actually gonna go on ahead and end this part here, though, on that completely awful pun. And I'll see you guys next time, where we'll talk to the spirit and start collecting the final set of Tears of Light. Bye-bye.